guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is another one of my makeup and murder series, so please stay tuned if you enjoy those kind of videos. Today we're going to be talking about Jane Toppan. She was born in the 1850s, really fascinating in a really dark, twisted way. So today I'm going to do a very vibrant look using a couple different palettes. I have my Juvias Place Magic palette, my Tarte Showstopper palette, the Festival palette, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. I may add to it. We'll see. I'm planning on doing a really blue and red, blue-red look with maybe glitter. We'll see. It's going to be bright. If you want to see how that look turns out and hear about Jane Toppan, please keep watching. So we always hear about angels of mercy. That's what people always refer to nurses as, and when that goes wrong, they become angels of death. And that would describe Jane perfectly. So to start off with, I'm going to be priming with the Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later primers, as well as this Smashbox sample that I received for the under eye area. So Jane was born in the 1850s. Her early life is kind of speculative, I guess. Some events say that she was born in Ireland, others say she was born in Boston. I'm guessing more towards she was born in Boston because otherwise I'm pretty sure that they would actually have her immigration records. Her mother left in infancy and her father was a tailor known in town as Kelly the Crack, as in crackpot, which tells you quite a lot about him, I think. When she was very young, he was taken off to the insane asylum because he tried to sew his eyes shut. They're put into an orphanage, and then it kind of adopted more indentured servants. She was more an indentured servant to Abner Topner and his family, where she had a mom and stepsisters. Like I said, she was never formally adopted into that family, although she did take their name. So for foundation today, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape foundation and Wet n Wild foundation. These two combined together have a really good tone for me. While she lived with the Topners, you know, she was not exactly treated like family, because I think it was more an indentured servant type relationship. I mean, she did live with them as family. It's one of those kind of weird situations. And by all accounts, she got along well with her adopted sister, and she seemed to do really well in school. She did really well. She got good grades. She got along with people. People liked her. She was jilted, and after that, she kind of went to hell. She didn't take that well. She tried to commit suicide afterwards, and she did several other things. It really changed her a lot, apparently. She got really into trying to divine her future through dreams, things like that. Not like crazy out there, but making people go, oh. So she goes through this period where she's just not doing very well. People are concerned about her mental health. Well, then in the 1880s, she's back to being pretty normal. She has a good period. She's going to school at the Cambridge nursing school, and she seems to do very well there for quite some time. They refer to her as Jolly Jane. They thought she was really sweet, nice, and everything. After she'd been there for a little bit, they noticed she had a real preoccupation with autopsy. And then she also had several patients die, and she was overusing opiates, which if you knew how they used opiates at that time, that's a little scary, because at that time, they didn't see them or worry about them the way they do today. If she was overprescribing opiates, or not overprescribing, overusing opiates, and they didn't have to have a doctor's prescription at that time, she just could kind of go, oh, this person needs whatever, and go get it. So because of that, she had several people die in her care, which is bad. So they did not give her her nursing certificate because they saw a problem. Unfortunately, that didn't stop her. She went and forged a certificate and did private nursing for a lot of prominent families in the New England area. Once again, she had a really nice personality. People liked her. So she didn't have a problem getting jobs, and these were elderly people, so them dying wasn't like a huge shock to them. So she was actually pretty highly recommended to people. Okay, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild concealer and really push that into my under eyes. And I'm going to take some more of my Wet n Wild stick here, do my smile lines. I'm just going to contour my nose real quick. Okay, this is my Brow Gal pencil and my Brow Gal microfiber gel. Really loving this stuff. So I'm gonna save the rest of my concealer till after I do my eyes because I am doing a pretty bright look, and that will cover up any mistakes I make. So she works for several prominent families over the next 20 years, and then she goes back to the Cambridge School of Nursing, where again she's fired because she's overprescribing opiates and killing people. You know, nothing's done to her because, again, they're elderly. They just saw it basically as she was being reckless with them, not that she was trying to kill anybody. Okay, so I'm just going to take this lightest shade here and put that all over my lid. And now I'm going to take this brown shade here and I'm just going to deepen up my outer corner with it. So now I'm going to go into the Magic palette and take Key and Yedya, I don't know how you pronounce that, these two dark blues, and I'm just gonna start carefully building up this outer corner. So on July 4th, 1901, an old friend of Jane's, Maddie Davis, died under Jane's care, and this is when things get out of hand. This is when she, like, something inside her snaps, I guess, maybe, or something, and she just starts killing. In 1895, she kills her landlord, and they hire her on to care for other people who aren't doing well in the family. So she kills her landlord and his wife in 1895. So then she goes and kills her foster sister, the one she grew up with, that had adopted her, sort of. She kills her, and she kills her with a dose of strychnine. And then she moves in with another family, the elderly Alan Davis, and who was Maddie Davis's, you know, from before, her like elderly uncle, I think. Yeah, she kills Alan Davis, and then within a couple weeks she kills his sisters, Genevieve, and his two daughters, Minnie and Asha. So yeah, she's like wiping through the family like crazy. And this is when people go, the family goes, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. How did that happen? Everybody's dying, and they're dying quick. So they want an autopsy. When they do the autopsy, yeah, she definitely poisoned all of them. Well, they pull her in for questioning, and she admits to killing 31 people. So now I'm going to take Izafa and Ophola out of the Festival palettes, and I'm going to do the center of my lid with those two shades, and hopefully this doesn't go completely crazily wrong. My look today could be a total fail. Okay, so this looks like super messy right now, I know. So I'm going to take Assume, which is this pink color right here, and I'm going to put that in the center of my lid and use some glitter glue and really make the center of my lid like shiny. So we're taking the Inwaves glitter glue and then the Assume, and we're just going to stick that in the center of the lid, which is hopefully going to bring this all together. And I'm going to go with my Shape Tape, and we're going to clean up this huge mess I have under my eyes and shape around them. I'm going to take some no color powder to set that, and it really just cleans that all up and makes it look so much better once you get that all fixed under there. It suddenly doesn't look quite so crazy. And I'm just going to take that Izafra red and very carefully just do my under eye right here and bring it inward. Actually, we're going to take Zula, which is this darker pink, and do the center of my under eye with that. This is the e.l.f. eyeliner, their workout line. I really like it for my waterline. And then I got this Smashbox set the other day. This is where I got the eye primer from. This is their eye primer and a King of Full Exposure. I love this mascara. And then I'm going to use my Soap and Glory and just do a quick eyeline. So for a little more drama on my lashes, I am going to use a quick coat of my double decker lash. Is from Butter London. I don't know what there is about that stuff, but I love the way it makes my lash look. So I'm just going to take the blush from here and put that on, and the highlight as well. She's now in jail being questioned because she's killed all these people. Well, some attorneys come in and they look at the situation and go, oh my gosh, this is not going to work out for her at all. They're going to hang her. They look at her history and everything and decide that she is crazy. There might be a little bit to that. She probably does. One of those people who actually is mentally ill. But beyond that, the woman is a sexual sadist and what they call a frotter. So she probably has fodderism. Generally, it's not even diagnosed in women. Yeah, it's just incredibly rare in women. It's where you like to touch people for sexual gratification without their consent. The thing about her murders was that she said in her questioning she liked to get in bed with them and hold on to them and rub against them, and she got sexually excited from them dying. So she's a sexual sadist and a fodder and female. That is like a crazy weird combination. It's very, very unusual. It's the type of thing that really makes people like me who study this stuff go, oh, that's interesting. Not interesting for the people and terrible, terrible thing, but oh, this is Steal a Kitten, and I'm just doing my inner corners, and then we'll smudge that out just a little bit, make it look a little better. And I'm going to use my Smashbox Always On lipstick, and I believe this is Rouge or something like that. So yeah, she's this odd combination of things person, and that makes her case really interesting because you can really look at it and go, wow, she has so many psychopathies that it's not funny. Like I said, I don't doubt that she was crazy. I think that growing up in a family where her genetic makeup, where she had so many of her family members who ended up in insane asylums, didn't help the matter. And then growing up in a situation where you feel like you're not ever part of the family also can really wreak havoc. And I think that that's what happened with her. My nose highlight's not coming off. Holy crap, that's on there really bright. I think that for her, it was just, she had so many things kind of going against her. I think she had a chance at a normal life, and I do think she knew right from wrong. But at the same time, when people are mentally ill, it's very difficult for them to fight certain compulsions, and I think this was a compulsion for her. I think it started early on, probably even in childhood with her stepsister or foster sister, that there was some sort of issue there that just wasn't noticed because of the fact that she was treated more as a servant than as a daughter. That type of thing can have a huge impact on people. And I think it had a huge impact on her. Do I think she was evil? Unquestionably, yes. You don't kill 31 people and not be some sort of screwed up evil person. She also, her attitude and her charisma is what really let her get away with it for so long. And if you study criminal behavior at all, that is so common. People notice the creepy person, right? Everybody notices the creepy person, but you don't notice the charismatic person who, you know, is doing this and that. People just don't. You tend to see somebody and you like them and you don't want to think that they're doing these horrible things. And I think that was the case with her, is because everything that I read in all my research, everywhere it said she was well liked, the Jolly Jane thing, all of it just, it came across as though, oh my gosh, how did she do this? When in fact, you know, she had this combination of weird, very unusual sexual desires that are totally wrong, and you know, she could have done things to stop, but she didn't. That's the bottom line there. Let me know what you think about this case. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!